Hello, Internet. Welcome to another episode of the John Graves Show. Sorry, guys, I actually did lose my infinite knife uh, back in the prison when I stabbed one of the zombies in the chest. Now, technically, I think I can get it back. Hopefully, I can because technically, I never actually stabbed a zombie with it and then left them like in the police station. The last time I did that, I actually ran back and killed him before I had a problem with Mr. X because it's an infinite knife. I really need it, but that was mostly for hardcore. Since I'm on standard, I don't really think that I need it too much. But
No chance.
oh, and I'm gonna be skipping a few of these cutscenes because it's like technically a lot of them are just for the display. But
Holy
in
shit!
terms for what's going on though, I actually meeting the gator and everything. One, two bites. And run to the right. Is that technically the more that I look at the gator and I look at this little sequence here, I've been hearing a lot of complaints about like that the set piece doesn't necessarily work like with what's going on, and I'm like, really? I kind of don't have a problem with what's going on, especially since that in the original it was just
What
you
you
deal
want,
with the
man?
gator, it chases you down the
Son of
hallway,
a
and
bitch.
then basically you let a container down, then you shoot the container. This one, it's only like a few minutes, like not even like a minute. It's like a few seconds long. Left, right, left, and then you shoot
Leon, up
a
here.
container. Then basically you kill it,
What the hell was?
which isn't all that
Just
bad.
get up here.
So that's pretty cool actually. I'm not disappointed by it. If anything, I'm just disappointed at the fact that only Leon can really
You said the
run
virus
into the
turned
gator.
people into
So that's kind of
monsters,
bad.
not reptiles.
Fair point. I'm just impressed you made it in one piece.
Honestly, for the longest while, I actually wondered, like, how did Ada get here when there are no doors and whatnot. But then, if you look up, you kind of see like that there's a big hole, like in the in one of the fans and whatnot, which means that she actually jumped down through one of the little grates and
So let
whatnot.
me
She
get this
quickly
straight.
jumped up there and ran down
Umbrella
there
sells
to catch up to
monsters
me,
like that.
just to give me, just to
Our
lower the ladder
ability?
for me, which is
Somebody
cool.
else's?
They don't sell the monsters. They sell the viruses that make them. And Annette is who makes the viruses. Scary as that alligator was, Annette is far more dangerous.
Okay, so officially, since technically I didn't do the first Ada part, or at least like I believe that they took it out of this one, is that because originally Ada did have
Fend
two
by yourself.
parts where that before you go
Never.
into the
She's
get to the sewers, you had to get the four um
Need to dispose
chess
of her.
pieces
More
to
careful
open up the
with
secret
the
door
weapons.
to even access the sewers. Well, now apparently there was a door like outside of it in which that Ada would be
Oh
like
yeah?
Leon would lift Ada up into this
Hey,
other unaccessible
Stop!
area, and then basically she would basically get the club key for him. You know,
You'll never
this
get the T
this part
virus!
here is the part where like the second part you play as Ada, where that when they run
Thanks
into
for
a
that,
net,
little
she
scientist.
kind of shoots at her because she runs right after, and then
Leon,
which I believe at that point she was
just
trying to
go.
find like at that point
Stop
like
being
her
patient.
intentions for what was going on were a little more clear. But yeah, Leon took a bullet for her. Now he officially just passed out. He had passed out, and then she taped him up a little bit afterwards. But I do kind of like that she taped him up here and she put a jacket over him and everything.
pursuit imminent.
I believe the person that she's talking to in this one
It's not
is Wesker,
must be a mist.
because they kind of extended, because I think only Operation, no wait, it was
Once it's in here, it won't
the
cause
one
any
for the Wii,
destruction.
the Umbrella Chronicles. No, not Umbrella Chronicles. One of the Wii games. I
You can
forget the
warn
name
me,
of it, but
right?
basically it kind of extended on the story of what happened after Ada left, or at least like how did Ada get out of Raccoon City, and it was with the help of Wesker when like she met up like at their
Stick
little
together.
spot and whatnot after she got the G virus for him. Like, it explained how she got the grappling gun and whatnot. The one that she was using in Resident Evil 4, and she just kept it with her. I kind of like this brand new gadget she has. I mean, I know that it kind of wasn't received, you know, like, it's been received poorly at the fact that she has super agent gear, but I kind of like it. You know, it kind of adds to her whole like super agent abilities and everything, or at the very least it kind of adds to her secret agent status, I would say. Now I gotta get through this part, and hopefully I don't have any problems, because one of the zombies, at the very least, he doesn't like to he doesn't like to stun when I shoot him in the face. So hopefully when I shoot him in the face, this guy here, hopefully when I do it, it doesn't turn into a problem. There's also the lady zombie that's over here too, and the other guy that falls from up there. Yeah, I'll grab the flash grenade just in case. This woman's gun is bad. Man, screw it. Man, that's a little better. Oh yeah, this guy's over here too. Oh wait, I don't gotta deal with him. Good. That was a better run than normal.
Got it.
Yeah, better get this out. So basically, originally, like, her thing would be that she would be led over here until like she has to deal with she would be led over to the other side where Sherry had fallen down into, and then if it was A, she would shoot at the gator, but then if it was B, she would just stand there and then like she would wait for Leon, and then she would patch his arm up. And then once she patched his arm up, then they would go and get into the lab where they would try and get the G virus and everything. Which does work, which I really like. But I also kind of like this little addition to the story too, where she was sort of chasing Annette. You know, and then like she got, or at the very least, it's like she kind of had to go through all these hurdles like just to get to her. I kind of like this one a little better, because they use the aesthetic of the area to kind of like to kind of paint the atmosphere, which is what I like. And also is the most detrimental thing to a Resident Evil game.
Gonna burn you alive now. You'll never get your filthy hands on the G. I'm not the only one after it. You realize that. And you won't die alone.
Yeah, basically Annette was always about that, about killing people. Just kind of crazy. But also on top of that too, it's like I kind of always assumed that like in the original, she kind of only assumed that they worked for Umbrella because just prior to that, you know, it's like that all the Umbrella mercenaries had broken into William's lab and shot him up and everything. So, you know, I could kind of understand why she would have thought that. In this one, like, Ada's pretty clear cut about like that she wants the G virus, and she's pretty like just laying it out there. Which again, it's kind of crazy, but especially since that in this hallway here, it's like this is when you would originally encounter, and then they would have a little slap fight. That, and also she would explain that that William had actually injected himself with the G virus and everything, and basically what happened, you know.
Tell me, is your husband still alive? Or did you kill him so you could take credit for G?
Interesting theory.
Honestly, I kind of really like that line. Well, not really, but I like that line because of the fact that it kind of shows that she actually kind of grew to trust Leon a little bit earlier than what in the previous game was. Because in the original 2, she really kind of didn't trust him until they got to the sewers and whatnot, to where that she would actually listen to what he had to say. Very similarly to this one, at the very least. But it was when they were leading into the sewers. But also on top of that too, it's she also was a bit more inclined to actually kind of help him out and everything. You know, like as their journey went on, even though it was about like an hour or so, like all this was going down. But even with that too, it's like I really sort of like that they kind of made their relationship the way that they did. You know, or like that they care about one another, or at the very least that they really want to like that. They really want the other one to do well. So it's pretty nice actually. You know, because obviously he cares about Ada, like as a partner and whatnot. You know. Now, if I could complain about one thing that I agree universally with the internet, it is the fact that I am sad that Leon doesn't actually interact with Claire anymore, because like right after like that, I mean like, because I'm pretty sure that everyone's noticed like that right after you reach these sewers, you don't really run into Claire ever again. Like you don't really see her ever again, which I find to be a problem, but it is what it is. Other than that though, let's talk about the sewers. The sewers themselves, yeah, like you kind of don't run into these guys because they're off somewhere else. And here's a videotape about what happened to them. Now, normally these guys in the original would have been like off to the side, and you would have had to like get, I think, the one of the unicorn or the eagle medal like from off their bodies and whatnot, because Birkin did a number on them. And I have to admit, I actually kind of like that later guy. Okay, fall. Thank you. But basically, it's like a lot of it kind of. Ooh, that's really lucky. But basically, the original one, like aside from that, the part when I jumped down when Leon first came up the came up the trolley and whatnot, that area would have been like the original entrance to get into the sewers, and then right after that, everything else is just a long hallway. You know. Then for this part, it's actually a little more intricate, and I really like it. How long have I been playing for? Okay, 8 minutes, like 7-8 minutes. Okay, now this is a brand new enemy. This used to be a mini boss that they turned into a regular enemy, and they gave them the poison ability, getting rid of the spiders, which honestly it's a lot better. Now hopefully I can get around this guy without any problems. Let me see if I can without wasting a knife. Whew. Good thing too, because those guys, man, they really can eat bullets. You know, because basically, like, their head's on the, like, you know, that long little tongue thing that looks like an arm. That's not really their arm. That's actually their human face. On the right side is their G-Virus like host eye and whatnot. And to kill them, you gotta blow the eye up. The thing is, though, is that you gotta shoot past like a whole bunch of crust and everything, like, just to get to it. Now this is the area that Ada was just at, oddly enough, because Annette was up here, and then this is basically the area that Ada ran across, and then, like, you know, the machine knocked her over there, like if you can see the little bit of it. So now Ada's stuck in this room. That's right over there. So let's go say hi to Ada. First, let me get these Magnum ammo. This Magnum ammo. Because if I don't get it now, I definitely won't want to. Well, I will be able to come back, but I don't want to run past a certain enemy. So let me go ahead and grab this real quick. Another cool thing about it though is that like your clothes actually get dirty like as you run along the game. Sadly though, this only goes for like their normal costumes, and it doesn't happen for any other costume you have in the game.
Ada. I'm coming.
Well, there goes Birkin. Let's see what's on this videotape.
Virus. How did those rats spread it?
Now that's literally the only real speculation in terms of what actually happened, like for people to get infected with the G virus. I mean, with the T virus, because it's like who actually spread it, and most honestly believe that on one hand it was the rats, and then along with the what was it? It was with the crushing of the vials that it actually got into the water supply, and so basically that's how a lot of people turned into zombies, or at least that's how the T virus spread. The G virus itself is unique only to William, and actually the crazy thing about it is that like even though that the T virus itself, I believe that one was to just make super soldiers and whatnot, and then it kind of turned into this whole thing of reanimating people so that they would come back, and then like they would turn into zombies and whatnot. Now I could be wrong about that, but at the very least I believe that's what that one was for. It was to make like super soldiers and to make people like indestructible and whatnot, and then basically it kind of turned into what it is now, which is really sad. The G virus itself was primarily made for cellular regeneration, you know, because technically I know people are asking like, okay, so basically if that's William Birkin, and basically if you're looking for this code, by the way, it's right there on side of the safe. So technically it's like when you look at Birkin and it's like why is he mutating into this crazy like giant monster? It is because technically he kind of injected too much of the G virus into himself, because it can actually like save you from a bullet wound. The problem is that like because he injected so much into his body, it turned him into a monster, basically. Where am I shooting? Oh yeah, right. That's right. I gotta use some of this ammo. Hey, friend. Let me take care of you before you become a problem later. Okay, so I'm gonna try and get through this as fast as I can. Even though technically this is going a little bit longer than usual because I am stopping to watch cutscenes and everything. I do skip a few, but at the very least I do watch most of them. Now this whole mechanic here of opening up doors and whatnot, this is wholly unique to this, and I really like it. Because at the very least it's just another key, and also it's a really good mechanic to sort of backtrack and get to older areas. So, you know. That, and also it kind of like makes everything into like a giant circle, so it's pretty cool actually. Okay, so Oh wait, forgot. Go ahead, open that up. Then I should be able to head into the area. Okay. So now basically I'm about to backtrack and I'm about to try and get my Magnum. Close to this wall, so when he comes out he doesn't like stun me, which is cool. But if anything, I don't really have like. If anything, there is one thing that I do sort of like, or at least I do find a bit disappointing, at the very least, is that originally the sewers led to the tram, and then the tram led to this other area, which was mostly useful for what was it? It was useful for getting into the lab, because it led to the train and everything, and then the train would lead down into the facility, which is cool, you know. But you know, for this one, it kind of goes straight to the lab. So, yeah. For as sad as that is, I really don't have a problem with it. There you go. Free up a little bit of room. I really need to get rid of this knife. Or at least one of these knives. But hopefully, since technically I'm about to backtrack, I'm about to see if I can go ahead and actually get everything that I need. Let me get rid of that, get my handgun ammo. Yeah. Well, again, going back to the police station, there's literally only like 2 places that I need to go. Now I'm gonna go someplace where I really shouldn't have to go. I'm gonna go check the west hallway to see if that zombie still there, so I can actually get the so I can get my knife back. But if I can't get it back, then well, it's just gone. And then I'll come and I'll open that up when I come back. But yeah, if you notice this, like this is the area where like I first come down into when I first get the medals and have to fight Birkin and whatnot. So yeah, the first time I played this, like I really didn't even know anything about it, because they were like, yeah, like you're gonna backtrack, and I was like, backtrack? Like why in the world would I even do that? You know. I mean, I don't even think I even knew that I could do it. That, and this one's special. So for now, and the good thing is that I don't have to deal with Mr. X, because after he got hit with the car, I mean, like with the truck, like he's sort of down for the count. Marvin, there's nothing I can do about that. Sorry, man.
Marvin.
Damn it.
Oh no. Damn it.
I am sleepy because I'm really missing shots. Okay. Oh, the other thing that I forgot. The most important item of all. Where are you at? Yeah, the STARS badge. Okay. Now, I don't want to take that way to get upstairs. Yeah, I was gonna check down here real quick to see if I can get my is my knife still over here? Yeah, shut up, you. Oh, there he is. Hey, brother. Oh, yeah, man, it is still here. Damn it, I missed my shot. Yes, whatever. No, not that one. Yeah, that's the one I want. Good. Lucky me. So now, basically, I'm gonna try and do this with a few runs as possible. Yeah, man, I still have about like 8 minutes to get out of here and take down Birkin, but most likely I'll probably get to the lab. Yeah, let me get over here. I forgot that there was a second liquor over there. No, where you at? Where you at, friend? Okay, so he's over there. I don't really have to deal with him. So technically, here's what I really want to do. Because I'm just collecting healing items like at the moment. I don't even think I even came in here like during this playthrough. No, I did not. Okay, so technically, come over here then with this, with the roll of film that reads hiding places. Yeah, like there's 2 hiding spots. One of them is in Wesker's office. I mean, like, is in Wesker's desk. And then the other. Let me get rid of that handgun. Wait. How much handgun ammo do I have? I put it all the way. Yes, I did. Okay, so. So technically, if I head into Wesker's office, there should be a secret item in there. Something special for me. Oh. First things first, I don't think I grabbed these bullets up here. No, I did not. So for now, let me go ahead and grab that. Now it's back to Wesker's office because there's something special there. Now the good thing, now I always say this, but it's a good thing that I killed that liquor, because if I didn't, I would have to walk through here, which is just a problem. Now here's a special item that I'm gonna open up when I get the Magnum, and there's a special thing about this: the Rising Rookie. Oh, that's gonna be special. Okay. Got the Magnum. Now, basically, the special thing within this box, it's a special customized item for your third weapon that you get within the office. Now, as for Wesker's room, I get, at least like for Leon, I get this special scope with the Magnum that basically makes it easier to sort of do the quick aim with it, or it makes the reticle smaller, faster. As for doing it with when you go in with Claire, you get a extended magazine for your SMG, which is pretty cool. Now, oh yeah, that's right, I got that. Let me head back down and develop this film. Technically, I don't really got to deal with. Oh yeah, there's nothing in there. There's not. I don't really have to deal with the liquor, but at the very least, like, it's something really special. And what say? So what's on the Rising Rookie? A wonderful picture of Rebecca. I think this is when she was 18. Oh wait, you see, yeah, like she was 18. You know, and it's like, why does Wesker have a picture of Rebecca like in his office? I don't know, but apparently he does. That roll of film is just for the what you call it. It's for the it's for the it's for the statue. Something that I already know about. So you know, I came, I saw it, and I took care of that. So I don't really gotta worry about that. But for now, there's also a second hiding place in the police station that that needs to be taken care of. Hey, friend. Yeah, slash him 12 times, then he's out. Oh, I should have used the other one, but it's fine. At the very least, I don't have any more zombies to worry about. Okay, well, technically there is one, but I don't really gotta fight him because he's kind of bamming his head against the window, or at least he's been doing it every time I've come in here. So you come right back down this hallway, and when you go into the receptionist room, did I go into the women's restroom? No, I did not, to get that first aid spray. So that's when you come in here. There's a zombie right there that's just bamming his head against the thing. And here's your second hiding spot. That has flamer fuel, which I really need. And there's some handgun bullets. No, I don't need it, but I'm gonna grab it anyway. Yeah, just to say that I got it, but at the very least, like, okay, so now my job at the police station is officially done. I don't gotta come back here ever again, and I'm free to head on down to the lab, or at the very least go and meet up with Ada. Okay, so I'll put you away, put you away, put you away, put you away. Actually, we keep these two on me, because I'm gonna need them. Okay, and where you at? Yeah, that's the thing that I need. Just in case if I get poisoned. Okay. So basically, this run has kind of been going pretty smoothly so far. I mean, sure. I mean, like today, I'm kind of like missing shots left and right for some weird reason. I might just be sleepy. You know, because I'm kind of starting this. Well, no, because I'm doing this pretty late in the day. So, eh. But at the very least, it's not throwing me off my game, so at least there's that. Oh, but I did lose a few minutes though, so yeah, this is where I get that. I get my power add up for that. Cool. Now, I got nothing else to really worry about. Second. Oh, this will be going. Okay. Yeah, something bad is gonna happen to me. I can already feel it. Now, technically, I don't have to go this way, but I want to get rid of this tool, so I'm gonna take the long way around. So yeah, in the video, I assume that this is when he died, and yeah, like the rats came, and cause I got the video from him, so it would be like that the rats ate the virus that was right here, and then they carried it off to the water supply. Well, at least that's what it seems like anyway. Got 15 shells in that, 12 there, and 60 here. So I have enough. Jesus. Oh, and these are not the problem that I was talking about.
Shit.
Yeah, they're not the problem that I was talking about. Yeah, at least in the water they get up faster.
God damn it.
I feel the same way, Leon. But hey, at least he's dead. I would say that was super lucky. But alright, so now this item should be gone. I don't gotta deal with it anymore. I can just throw it away like right after this. Which technically this kind of makes me think that because originally like Chief Irons would actually have to take this route to get to the police station, which is kind of crazy because it's like it used to be through his office or going through the dog kennel, and then it was like you got to do all this crazy stuff like just to get from one spot to the next. It's like that's like don't that seem annoying? Okay, so technically there's two items that I really want to get here. Well, obviously this is the easiest one to get. Okay, get that. Right.
Oh my god, what the hell was that?
No idea, Leon. It's a G creation. Okay, so there's this item here, and then there's some Magnum shells that are right over there. Now, I want to get the Magnum shells without really getting caught, but I know I am. But it's better to get caught than to actually like try and hit him with a defense item. So I'm gonna try and do this as cleanly as possible. That's the first one. Okay. See, that's their head. Like that's their head. Go ahead, do your little poison thing. Yeah. Back up. And now I'm protected from. Now, honestly, the good thing about that, you know, I've played this for a while and I haven't talked about herbs like in a while. But actually, like the cool thing about the herbs in this game is that the red and the green herb, they work exactly like how they've worked in every other Resident Evil. Is that the green heals a little bit, mixed with the red, it'll fully heal you. You mix two greens, it'll and you're in danger, it'll fix you up to fine. And if you have three greens, it'll fully heal you, which again isn't a problem. However, for this game though, like they actually changed the blue herb because early on, like when you go into the diner and you look at the ice cream thing, it's called Herbs Ice Cream, which is a little spoiler and whatnot. It's like it's like that they talk about that it's the three herbs for healing and whatnot. So basically, you have a green, red. Is there another zombie over here? Nah, they didn't spawn him in. Because sometimes you got to be careful in this area because there's usually a second zombie that's in the area. He probably might spawn up now like once like I get everything. So I don't know. I'm not 100% how it works in this area, but you know, like there will be a second one there. But speaking on the herbs though, it's on the herbs, it's like that the blue herb originally it would cure poison. Now it does the same thing in this one. But technically, the only enemy that actually poisoned you was the spider. The spider was the only enemy that would poison you. But since you could run right past him and didn't have to worry about fighting him, then you know he was basically just there for show. You know, so you would deal with this enemy, and then it was like, oh really? It's like I don't really need to collect blue herbs because you know this thing like it doesn't do anything to me. So that's kind of where that would go down in a sense, you know. Now honestly, the cool thing in which that they did with this one is that they actually changed the blue herbs. When you mix it with a red herb, it actually ups your defense. So basically all the attacks you take are now halved, you know, along with the immunity for poison. If you look down at the lower right hand side of the screen and you see that little shield and the meter there, that basically means that like all the damage that I take will be halved, and enemies such as these that they can't poison me. And it's pretty cool. Like if they grab me, you know, you let them finish their animation, then you kick them off you, then you don't really got to worry about them anymore, you know. Also, they now they have two attacks which are really annoying. It's the grab attack, it's the shooting out kids attack, and then there's this one right here, which is really annoying, which you can just bypass by doing this. Just climb up and then just let him do his thing and then run right by him. Now, technically, I'm officially finished with the sewers. So all I have to do now is fight Birkin and then I'm good. So I'm about to fight Birkin, then I'm gonna fight Birkin, save it, and then I'm going to, at the very least, kind of get to the end of the area, because this part's super easy. At the very least, anyway. Oh, my inventory is stacked. Now I'm not gonna need any other weapon but this. This is literally the only weapon that I'm going to need. So I'm about to work a miracle. Once I take down Birkin, I'm gonna head off and do something different, right? I'm gonna call it a night. Okay, so there's that one, queen. That's the king, and then here's the bishop. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, almost there.
Now, here's praying that I don't die from a grab attack, which most likely I probably will, since how sleepy I am. But since I didn't die yet, I'm really hoping that I'm not gonna go down. So let me grab this. Oh yeah, sorry, I will need my shotgun for a second.
Jesus Christ!
Come on, come on, come on. Come on, B-Man. Cool for you.
Still alive?
That's cool for you. Sorry if I'm not saying anything. I'm really trying to focus on not dying like during this part. This is pretty intricate. Well, not really intricate. It's just come on, come on, come on. Do your thing. God damn it.
Now I got you.
Oh. Whew. Well, that was easy. Actually, fighting Birkin here is actually pretty new, because you only fight him like in, I think like in a few places, like in original. You'll fight him on the train. You'll fight him making your way to the making your way out of the police station as Leon, and you would actually see him a lot more walking around the walking around like the sewers and everything, which is actually pretty cool. Or at the very least, it was pretty intimidating because he would come out of nowhere. The same thing can be said for Mr. X, because it's like he would pop up in like random spots and whatnot. I mean, like, they were scripted, but the first time you play the game and then Mr. X just comes out of nowhere, yeah, that's really scary. So yeah, this is kind of where I'm gonna be ending it off. So I'm gonna go ahead and like at least right after this cutscene, you know. Now this one is a little bit of a play on their original meetup, like in this area, which I kind of like a little better. because it kind of started to actually kind of loosen up, man, like that whole sexist rule with Resident Evil. You know, even though Leon has a really good relationship with just about every female in the Resident Evil series, you know,
Hold on.
especially with Ada and Claire. So it's kind of interesting.
I can do it myself.
Just relax, okay? So, what do we do now?
Get yourself out of here. While you still can.
I'm not just gonna leave you. Not like this.
You don't understand. The situation's worse than I thought.
I'm not getting rid of you, Agnes. You protected me. Now it's my turn.
Didn't realize we were in high school.
Grab my shoulder.
Don't push it, Ricky.
Just trying to help. What's your step?
You wanna help? We have to get to the nest.
Nest?
Umbrella's lab, right beneath us. Net let it slip. That's where the virus samples are. You up for this?
Think I can fit it in my schedule?
Come on. We got work to do.
Yes, ma'am.
I will be honest though, like this moment in terms of, I mean, like I kind of like this moment for their relationship a little bit better than most of the other Resident Evil games, because again, leading into 4 and leading into 6 and everything, it's like it kind of just plays it off, man, like, oh snap, like they're just like, at the very least it sort of implies like that they're lovers and whatnot, but other than that though, it kind of comes off as like, well, now they're just, as most say, it's a Batman Robin, I mean like a Batman Catwoman relationship. But at the very least, I still kind of like this one a little better. At the very least, you can kind of see a little bit more of why Ada would have sacrificed herself for Leon, even though he did kind of care for other people and he does sort of distribute it here. I guess because of like his whole first day jitters of him like believing in most of his superiors and everything. Now I'm pretty sure most can sort of relate to that, but still, I can see that his need to survive and fight off Birkin and deal with all these monsters, like that is something that did sort of make Ada kind of have her whole little difficult thing of lack of not getting close to him within such a short amount of time. But basically, that is what I got to say about that, though. I'll see you guys on the next John Graves show. Please keep watching anime, keep playing video games. Next step, we are heading into the laboratory, and that might be our end for Leon A. And next we'll be doing Claire B. Now, I'm gonna let everybody know this now. I might end up using the Infinite SMG because I really don't like that revolver that Claire gets, or the ammo types you get for it. But I'll see when I play it. But until then, I'll see you next time. I'm out.